All right, guys, so here is our video on specifically after you identify that something is a synthesis reaction, how do you get the product? So we're going to be looking at the right side here of our chart, whatever you want to call this, and we're going to be focusing specifically on synthesis and decomp in this video. So over here, the last video we already identified, so I know that my AlCl2 is going to be my synthesis, and another word or another name for it we know is combination. So we are going to synthesize a product. We are going to combine two elements to make a product, make one single product. And the easiest way to do that without making mistakes, because the biggest mistake is carrying over subscripts that shouldn't be carried over. It says in our chart over here, you smush them together and we do charges crisscross. So I want you to take that as symbols, charges, crisscross. Going back to nomenclature, you have to remember your nomenclature. Okay, so aluminum and chlorine, I know in my head when I put those together, I get aluminum chloride. And from there, from that, verbal name, we can make symbols, charges, crisscross happen. So symbols, charges, crisscross. Aluminum is oh, that's a super fat pen. Hang on, let me fix that. We don't want it to be that fat. Okay, aluminum, Al, and aluminum chloride. So chloride is chlorine, that's Cl. That's symbols. Now we need to do charges and crisscross. So everybody look at the periodic table somewhere. If you have one on your computer, you pause the video, look for aluminum's charge. If you look at the periodic table, remember, actually here, let me bring up a periodic table. I think I have one here somewhere. Resources. Where's my periodic table? I'm in Jace's thing here. Hang on. Gen Chem Master. Here we go. Periodic table. So remember, when we look at the periodic table, it goes 1, 2, 3, skip, 3, 2, 1. So I'm trying to find aluminum. Here's aluminum. His oxidation number is +3. So I have a 3. Back to where we were. All right, so aluminum is a +3. And chlorine, again, if you look back at your periodic table, you will see that chlorine is a -1. So there's our charges. And now we have to crisscross. And crisscross means it's just a trick. It's a cheat. It has nothing to do with, the +3. I mean, it does, but that's not part of the crisscrossing. That's just a trick. So this 3 charge becomes the subscript, the quantity of chlorine atoms. And this -1 charge becomes the subscript, the quantity of aluminum atoms. So aluminum plus chlorine yields aluminum chloride, which is AlCl3. And there we have our final product. And then, of course, from there, you would just need to balance. And we'll do a separate video on, how to get the balanced reaction. But there is your product, and you can see where it came from. Okay, so that's synthesis. We took 2 elements, we smooshed them together. Now, I'm going to scroll down here to the orange one. This is decomp. And in order to do decomposition, we know how to recognize it. It's a single compound. And to get the products, we pull apart the compound that we started with. And don't forget about NOF So we're not going to do symbols, charges, crisscross, because we're just going to have 2 lonely elements. So instead, we're just going to write out those symbols. So trinitrogen pentafluoride becomes nitrogen and fluorine. I plucked them apart. So I have nitrogen. Hang on, let me get a skinny one. I have nitrogen and I have fluorine. And then, like I said, up above, don't forget NOF So NOF, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, hydrogen, iodide. Both of these are diatomic. So I'm going to have N2 and then F2, nitrogen plus fluorine. They come together and we get trinitrogen pentafluoride. And again, I'll make a separate video on the balancing. So if you want to see how to balance those two reactions, you can come back for that. But here are just the products themselves. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to highlight here. Oh gosh, what am I doing? Okay. Oh boy. I'll get it. Maybe. Bear with me, guys. N2F2, and I'm gonna highlight it orange because that is our decomposition reaction completed. All right, next video, we'll do the double and single, and then we'll move on to the combustion. Bye.